In this video, I'll show you that how to create Firebase project and integrate Firebase messaging system in Coordinator 4 project and generate Firebase token. So first of all, go to your browser and open Firebase console. So just search on Google Firebase console and open this first link console.firebase.google.com and log in with your Google account. After logging into your account, click on this add project button and now type your project name. So I'll type CI4 and Firebase and click on continue button and select any account. If there's no account, then click on create new account. So I'll choose one of them. It will take some time to create your Firebase project. Just wait for it. Meanwhile, open your CI4 project in VS Code. And I have set up my virtual host for this Coordinator 4 project. So this project is now accessible at ci4.local and SSL certificates are enabled for this domain. So to use Firebase messaging system, we have to enable secure server because Firebase messaging system will not work on insecure domain URL. To configure SSL certificate on localhost, you can watch my another video. Link is in description of this video and you can also find in the I button on top of this video. So after configuring SSL certificates, continue this video. Okay, so let's see if Firebase is done. Yes, Firebase project is done. So click on continue button and now you are inside your Firebase project and here we have to add our app. So we are now developing for our website. So we will choose web from here. So just click here and type any name for your website. So I'll type simply web, nothing else, and click on register app. Now it has generated few configuration for our coordinator or any HTML project. So we have to use these scripts in our project so that we can configure our project with Firebase project. So now I'll create a new root. So I'm going to create a new folder for views. So I'll name it as admin and here I'll create a new file index.php. So just create an HTML template and I'm writing a HTML tag. Okay, so let's configure this with our controller. So go to controller and we already have that admin controller. So I'll simply create a new function and I'll name it as home and I'll return our newly created view. Okay, so let's create a root. Okay, so let's create a root for this function. So go to config routes.php and inside the admin group I'll create a new root and I'll name it as home and that function is admin, controller name is admin and the function name is home. Now save this file and let's open this. Okay, so our page is ready with it. So let's import Firebase configuration in our project. We have to copy this code inside the body tag. So just copy it and in the bottom of the body tag paste this code and you can see there are few configuration like API key, auth domain, project ID, app ID, etc. These all are coming from our newly created Firebase project. So just save this and we are not using Firebase analytics. So I'm going to remove this import and also removing this one. So now our project is configured with Firebase only. Now we have to work on Firebase messaging module. So let's visit our website and open the console and reload the web page and there is no error, which means everything is working fine. So let's continue to console. So on the Firebase dashboard, on the left side you can see there are a few modules like authentication, Firestore. So we have to work on Firebase cloud messaging system. So here is the cloud messaging system. So just click on it. So this is our cloud messaging system dashboard. Now we have to configure this inside our project. So go to settings, then project setting, and then go to the cloud messaging tab. Here are few settings which are from cloud messaging. So now we have to import Firebase messaging library. So just duplicate this line and we will replace this with the messaging library. So now we have to call the get token function of Firebase, and before this we have to get an instance of Firebase messaging which is coming from this library. So I'll name it as FCM and just call Firebase dot messaging function. Just save this file and reload the web page to check if there is any error or not. Okay, so there is no error, which means we have successfully received the messaging instance in our variable, and inside this variable we can call the get token function. So just call fcm dot get token, this function. So this get token function require a key pair. So we will send the key pair in the function call. The variable name is VAPID key, and we have to send our key here. So first of all we have to generate our key pair. To generate the key pair, go to your Firebase dashboard and then go to the settings icon, then click on the project settings and then click on the cloud messaging tab, and at the bottom of the page you can see there is an option web push certificates, and here is a key pair. So this key pair is required to send push notifications. This key pair work as a certificate for our website. So just click on the generate key pair button and it will generate a key pair for us. So here is the key pair. Just click on this copy icon and the key is copied in our clipboard. Now go to your project and paste your key here. Now save the file and reload your web page. So there is an error, and the error is that we have to create a new file, and the file is Firebase messaging -sw.js. This file is required for Firebase for security purpose. So we have to create this in the root directory. So our current root directory is this public directory, because in the virtual host I have selected the public directory as the root directory. So I have to create that file here. So let me copy the name of this file. So I'll create a new file here. Okay, so the file is generated. Now try to reload the web page. Okay, so now I have forced reload the web page and the error is gone. Now again go to your main file. This get token is a future function. So we have to call the then function to get token from this. So just call then and it will give a token in the callback. So I'll simply print this token and I'll write name of function here so I can easily identify the console logs. So just save this file and reload the web page again, and you can see that there is a log which is named as get token and there is a token. Actually I have already tried this in my browser, so my this URL already has the notification permissions, so by default it will ask for permissions. So I have reset the notification permissions. So if I reload the web page, then you'll see something like this, notification blocked, or it will ask for allowed notification or something else. So simply click on this and click on the allow button, and after allowing the notification permission, you will receive the token. As you can see, as I have now a token. So this is a unique token for this web browser. This unique token let us know that which browser should I target to send push notification. In our next videos, we will use this token to send push notification to this web browser. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe to my channel and share with your friends as well, so I can create more valuable content for you. Follow us on other social media accounts as well. Links are in description of this video.